This is an Indian Bengali web series. The story is written and directed by my favorite, Anjan Dutt. In terms of acting, everyone in this series has done an excellent job. If I talk about some of my favorite dialogues from this series, one of them is, "Telling lies in an organized way is an art." This line is eternally true. Some people cannot even express themselves properly, while others understand the other person's psychology and emotions so well that they use lies beautifully to achieve their own benefit. What could be a bigger art than earning someone's trust by staying in disguise? Another dialogue I love is, "The world will never become heaven. Dirt will always exist. This is the reality. Our society will always have bad people, criminals, and crimes. That's why we have so many laws and rules to control and punish them." But does crime ever stop? As long as there is greed, anger, and desire, crime will exist. When the human mind is dirty, the world becomes dirty too. Another dialogue that struck me. To develop an industry economically, power is needed. This is true if you observe society. Money alone cannot build an empire. If you don't have power, you may get stuck in legal complications and suffer losses. That's why people chase power after earning money, so they can rule their industry, make business easier, avoid risks, bypass rules, cheat the system, and escape accountability. One of the most important dialogues for me is, "Before solving any case, you should relax, but you cannot stop thinking." This is very true. To solve any problem, you need to stay calm. A restless mind cannot think properly. Relaxation is the first condition for deep thinking. Another line I really liked is, "The whole world runs on threats." This is completely true. People have become very aggressive nowadays. They get angry quickly, attack others, and do anything for their own interest. A threat is just the beginning. In the end, it can even lead to murder. Another of my favorite lines. "This world is like a dirty pond, and we all have jumped into it." This is a perfect thought. Today's world is full of crime, injustice, chaos, greed, selfishness, anger, power struggles, and bad people. You cannot change every person one by one. Only time can change someone if it wants to. That's why the world feels like a dirty drain, and we are all living inside it. Another line about crime that I liked is, "Every dead body has a story behind it." This is very meaningful. Crimes don't happen without a reason. If you can figure out the motive, you can find the criminal. The crime itself tells the criminal's story. One of my favorite moments in the series is when someone says, "Journalists are no less than detectives." I believe this too. Journalists nowadays do investigative work, not just for news but also to increase their audience. They find out private details like which cricketer is dating whom, which director got divorced, which actress is living with someone before marriage, who is the victim in a divorce, etc. People rarely reveal such private matters themselves. Journalists dig them out for TRP. That's why it is said that journalists are like detectives. Another very powerful line is, "Never trust anyone too quickly in life." Everyone should follow this rule. People usually connect with others for their own needs or interest. If someone is being overly sweet to you, it often means they have something to gain. You are the tool for their gain. That's why they try to make you trust them blindly. Don't rush. Observe how they behave in critical moments before trusting them. Another beautiful thought in the series is, "You have written a lot, Subroto. Now go to the field." I love this philosophy. Book knowledge alone is not enough. Applying it in real life is the real education. Your learning must create an impact on people and society. When you go to the field, you will see what is missing and what more you need to learn. And there's another strong dialogue. We have to dig into the dirt because we don't want to live with our eyes closed like so-called decent people. This touched my heart deeply. People who really want to change society cannot just sit quietly. They start digging through the dirt and mess of society. Even if it risks their life, image, or safety, they still go forward, openly or secretly. The series also shows the dark side of tea plantations. Finally, I must mention, every single song in this web series is amazing. I love listening to them alone at medium volume. It feels so good.